Can I hug you?
Okay, come. Then I think finally here also. And suck my tongue.
Oh my goodness. Oh my neferu. Neb, have mercy. I thought children were safe with the Dalai Lama. See, the other time, I had to look at Buddhism, the allegation of child molestation. Thing right there doesn't help. For a strange reason. Most of the media that talk about that are, Asian news agency. Barely any European news agency that talk about this, man. This video, you have the French subtitles. Share the link. Save ourselves, man. You know about this? Dalai Lama kissing a boy and asking him to suck his tongue. It was funny. I came across another video. A lady asked him, just like the boy, if she can have a hug. Guess what? The Dalai Lama responded, the same one. That's a title. It's a title like Christ. It's not a name. Guess what he responded? You have to hear it. You have to see it to believe it. Yes, what in the world? That's how I feel. Kenya, the craft is looking. Look what he responded when the girl asked him for her, the woman, rather. He's chilling, holding the dude's hand. He's chilling right now.
Hi, Your Holiness. I'm Marion Shanley West. I'm from Drumlin Media TV. I had lots of questions for you, but the one most important one I wanted to ask you was, could I give you a hug?
Okay. But don't kiss. Sometimes you see some ladies they also they lipstick. Then some you see some marks. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, I don't get
You catch it? Did you catch what he said? After he agreed to the kiss? What did he say? What did he say? But know what? Come on now. Ben is in the place to be. Vengeance. Hey, what's up, Vengeance? Been chopping it up on the Kid Be the Witchfinders General's channel. It's to you. Where is this? I don't know, but I'll share the link. They may give more details. Play again. Yeah, I'll play again. Play again. But we're gonna need some contrast. So, show the boy. Really? Showing it's the boy.
Can I hug you?
Yeah, just like the woman. Asking for a hug.
Okay, come.
Okay, come.
Then I think finally here also.
The boy
Here also.
wanted a hug. So he put his front, against his front, sorry. French forehead, we call it front. Puts his forehead against the Dalai Lama's forehead. And the Dalai Lama, wants that kiss. And it's gonna, lift up the boy's head. And it looks like the lips are touching. And I'm not 100% sure they are touching, but let me make it larger. It looks like it though. Even if they were not touching, he tried hard, man. He had that strength here, you know what I'm saying? Boy is like, he ain't feeling that like he's smiling, but he looks like he's like, what the what's wrong with this mother? You know what I'm saying? He's laughing. He's happy right now. Then it's like, okay, the boy, he likes that forehead thing. I'm gonna do the forehead thing again. Thinking. All right. And somewhere on the arm or something.
And suck my tongue.
Ask him to suck his tongue, man. In front of everybody, man. The boy's like, man, what the F? He kidding me right now? And look at the boy's reaction when he says that.
And suck my tongue.
See? So as soon as you see the tongue, natural reaction, like, this is Brokeback Mountain vibe or something? Is he HOK or something? Is wrong with Sachetta and them? Boy's like, okay, I'm gonna pretend, I'm gonna imitate him, stick his tongue out, and I say it. Okay. All right. Now, let's compare with the lady now. Yeah, he said that in English. He speaks a little English. Let's compare with the lady now. Janine, holding the dude's hand.
Hi, Your Holiness. I'm Marion Shanley West. I'm from Drumlin Media TV. I had lots of questions for you, but the one most
Now, that video was 9 years ago, though. That one with the lady.
important one I wanted to ask you was, could I give you a hug?
Okay.
Touch yourself. Okay.
But don't kiss.
Did you catch what he said now? I want to see it in the chat. It's in the chat. He has an accent, but I'm sure you caught it. He's the boy in the mouth. But what? Kind of nasty. I'm not 100% sure that the lips touch, but he tried, man. Oh no. Fire upon. These elites be into that madness, man. Boy lovers and pedals. I think he's gonna have an interview on such at a channel, man. Real quick, man. He's gonna call him, man. We're gonna tell him that Frenchie is against you too, Dalai Lama. You into Buddhism, man. This guy, he don't like the those are Asiatic black men, ain't they? Did he say that in English? What's his mouth? And he's talking. So what did he say? I want participation here. I can put an end to this, man. I understand many people are not appalled by that. You know what I'm saying? They're like, it's cool. Like, it's my religion. Like them Israelites justifying rape using the Bible. Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 28. Then they come and say, well, the fast means to seduce. I'm going to chill. The Israelites, they don't know where to go now. But what did he say here?
Okay. But don't kiss.
So what did he say? I want it in the chat. Defiantly wrong. Man, keep doing what you're doing, brother. I was just on break checking my notification. Thank you. And that's a Hebrew Israelite. I'm sure he's against rape. He ain't like the FOP who claim to be against rapists, and they go kick in with rapists, and they ain't condemning people when they support convicted rapists, convicted child molesters. Now, what did he say? I know. Early hours in the morning. New York, it's gonna be 2 a.m. I know, but you're here. What did he say? Let me play it again.
Okay. But don't kiss.
What did he say there? I just don't want to type it. Regardless of what he says, sticking your tongue out at a person, period, and kissing on the lip is wrong. I'm gonna analyze this video of the Lama on my end when I get a chance. I'll let you know my thoughts on it. Peace. It's crossing boundaries. Now, okay. Dang. Is his accent so thick? I mean, it's easier for non-native speakers to understand sometimes when people have some accent, some foreign accent, but dang.
But don't kiss.
What did he just say now? Does it sound okay? Not loud enough? Because, my headset, what I'm saying? That type of headset isolates your ears from the outside noise. So maybe on speakerphone, the mobile phone, or laptop, if you have a little bit of noise around, you may not hear as well as I do, but I think it's still audible. I don't want to say, they're going to say I made that up. They're going to say I'm hating on the Dalai Lama. Let me listen to this message. Let me play it again. Dang. What did he say?
Okay. But don't kiss.
What did he say right there? There it is. Yes, that's what he said. He said, but don't kiss. But don't kiss. That's what he said. So with the boy, and no don't kiss. With the woman, don't kiss. Then let's be part of the House of Consciousness, man. That's HOK Asia.
Then some you see, some bars. Okay.
Look at his face here. See that? Like, yeah, as he was with the boy. And it's like he was like, hold on now, slow your roll, lady. Slow your roll. See? Hey. See? It looks like it, Hey, slow your roll now. Don't get carried away, lady.
All right, okay.
All right. When it's the boy, it's different, man. Like he won a prize or something.
Then, okay, come.
Boy goes,
Can I hug you?
can I hug you?
Okay, come.
Okay, come.
Then I think finally here also.
Happy now. I ain't like with the woman.
And suck my tongue.
And suck my tongue. Now, you mean to tell me if the boy went for it, all those people would have been here laughing it off, man. Remember the videos of current president of the United States? I used to hold children and all that, and moving around and stuff like that. But I saw those compilations like these dudes are never gonna be president. It's a war between the Buddhists and the Chinese, so disinformation is heavy right now. India be dropping some funny news sometimes, not all the time, but regardless, sticking your tongue out and kissing. Yeah, to be honest, it looks like the, the little Asian boys. Oh, it looks like he likes little Asian boys. Well, I don't know if it's just Asian boys, you know. I don't think it's prejudice on their ethnicity, you know what I'm saying? Now, if he does that in public, can you imagine what he does behind closed doors, man? Now, the only Western media that that I know of, you know, that's more or less, you know, known, talking about it. Well, actually, they got it from India today. Yeah. MSN.com. When you go there, you can see here India today. Right? You see? I hear they blurred the action because, like, man, Dalai Lama's video kissing minor boy on lips, asking him to suck his tongue. Sparks roll. Now, yeah, looking real HOKKK or universal Zulu, man. Oh, Ben is asking for the link. Let me drop the link. Dang, man. What you gonna do? Oh, there's the link. I know some people like, man, I don't want the Buddhists being angry at me, so I ain't gonna say Jack. No. Some people say, I don't want, this hip hop heads being angry at me, so I ain't gonna say Jack. I ain't gonna talk about a protest. You know what I'm saying? That's how a lot of people be like. I don't want to rough any feathers, so I ain't gonna say Jack. What's up, Benny? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear, brother.
Oh, yeah, man. My stomach turns when I see disgusting shit like this, man. To be honest with you, it's just like it's nasty, man. And you know, it's regardless, just the bottom line is why do they need to be putting their hands on little kids, even for a little kiss? That's even wrong. Even another person, just another person, man. Today, in today's the way the world is today, man, all of that shit shouldn't even be there. Period. It shouldn't be there. It shouldn't have nothing to do with it. It should never had anything to do with it. But today, all those things are supposed to be out the window. You know what I'm saying? And so nobody has to think about anything or guess at all. You know what I mean? But like you said, I mean, having said that, it does look like he's really interested in that boy. Like almost infatuated. You could say. And that's scary, man, because like you said, what if he does this in public? It's only you can only imagine what he would do behind closed doors. you know but the other thing I was thinking about is, you said that was an MSNBC article. Was that an NBC
Well,
article that said the same thing?
hold on, one second, please.
Yeah.
I was about to sneeze, but it's yeah, I've shared the link here. But they got it from India today, and I want people to see. This is the, and I'm gonna share the link. This is was it India today? Oh yeah, okay, that's India today. But I have some other source. For example, here
Yeah, yeah.
that's Wikipedia's page for the Times of India, and here, of course, they give you the link of the website. Now, when they say about the Times of India, also known by this abbreviation TOI, is an Indian English language daily newspaper and digital news media owned and managed by the Times Group. It is the third largest newspaper in India by circulation and largest selling English language daily in the world. It is the
Mm.
oldest language newspaper in India and the second oldest Indian newspaper still in circulation, with its first edition published in 1838. It is nicknamed as the Old Lady of Boribanda and is an Indian newspaper of record. So here, I click that link, and I have already the article, but just so people can see. So I'm gonna put Dalai Lama, and there it is. Dalai Lama caught on video kissing boy on lips. See, so you have the article here. I'm gonna share that article here, chat, because I was like, man, is this real, man? Is this for real? Here, dated April 9, 2023, just yesterday. Tibetan spiritual leader, the Dalai Lama, has been caught on video kissing a young boy on the lips at a Buddhist event and telling him to suck my tongue. This has created a flutter, even prompting outrage on the social media and macro-blogging sites, raising question marks. For some, this is akin to pedophilia. However, his followers and sympathizers, something wrong with that sentence here. However, his followers and sympathizers, the elderly Buddhist monk was joking around with the boy. Yeah, he's just playing. Like in Friday, the wife,
Yeah.
when she was
Just
just playing with
sticking
the
his tongue out.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I guess they forgot to write for here, for his followers or to his followers. So victims of, however,
Nah.
victims of child sexual abuse argue that being sexualized by a powerful adult is a serious matter. Last week, student musicians from various schools made the long life prayer offering to the Dalai Lama, singing and playing traditional instruments at the main Tibetan temple in Dharamsala.
You
Now,
know
there's
what?
another, yeah, brother.
It's like they said. It's no excuse, man. You don't play around with anything like that. That's not a joke,
That's
And that is terrible to even think that is to even throw that out there that he was joking. Nobody jokes like that. Only creepy ass people joke like that.
It reminds me of the only fan Mika, a moderator on the HOKKK, Side Shadow's moderator, who's into OnlyFans. She puts out on a public platform, then she want to act like I was just joking, man. Now, here, there's another article here. They're always joking when they get caught, man. It was a joke. I didn't mean it. Now, we're going to see if Polite is going to say it was joking with the girl. Now, here, explain why. Hold on, let me remove this. Why the Dalai Lama has been called creepy over a kiss with a boy. This is from today. Let's see, they don't have the same time here. Let's speak, it is 8 YM. I don't know what IST is, but it's time zone. IST time.
Must be
Indian
Indian
Standard Time.
Standard Time.
Yeah, there it is. So, the Dalai Lama is receiving backlash over a video that has now gone viral. Some calling it disgusting and creepy. Spiritual leader is seen calling a minor boy to the stage, kissing him on the lips, and then asking him to suck my tongue. That's an excerpt from the video here. A steal from the viral video in which the Dalai Lama kisses a young boy in front of others. Dalai Lama is known to be a man of peace. However, the recent action of the spiritual leader of the Tibetan people has caused a huge. Dang, who's writing those things? Okay, I meant
Hey, you know what?
yeah,
Right there. You said he's known to be a man of peace.
yeah.
But what's the Zulu Nation's anthem?
Peace, love, unity, peace, love, and having fun.
Yeah, and these creeps, they love to hide behind that word. I mean, that's that word. It doesn't. It's often used by people that are capable of quite worse things than peace. In other words,
Yeah. It's like, basically sheep in wolf in sheep clothing. You know what I'm saying? I appear as a sheep, but I'm a wolf, I'm a wolf. Not so okay, I thought they meant to write outcry, but it's basically caused a huge hue and cry. I didn't know that expression. With some people calling him out and terming him disgusting, outrageous, and creepy. Tongue in cheek. That's an expression I don't even know what I'm gonna look it up later on. So I heard that term many times, tongue in cheek. I'm not too familiar with the meaning of that, so I look at this after. So here it says a video has emerged on social media showing the Dalai Lama kissing a child on his lips and then asking him to suck his tongue. According to a report published by news.com.au, the bizarre interaction took place last month during an event for India's M3M Foundation. Video shows the 87-year-old Dalai Lama who lives in exile in India's Dharamshala addressing students and followers. A young boy then approaches the microphone and asks, "Can I hug you?" The Buddhist monk then calls him on stage and first hugs him, followed by the boy giving him a kiss on the cheek. The video, which has now gone viral, shows the Dalai Lama planting a kiss on the boy's lips. He is then seen sticking his tongue out as he asks the minor to suck it. "You suck my tongue?" He is heard asking the boy in the video. Here, this is obviously in Spanish. Este video es escandaloso. So I can tell it says, is a scandal. This video, this video most likely, I don't speak Spanish, but I know a little some, but mainly it's very similar to French. El Dalai Lama besa, so it's like the word for kiss. We have a similar word in French, which kind of has another connotation nowadays. But anyway, en la boca, I know it's mouth. A un niño is boy. Hold on, move that thing here. Okay. Se le acera, no, I don't know what the acera means. Los asistentes uploading, so it looks like the assistant is uploading. Y se ríen en lugar, like maybe like it's nothing, but I don't know, we have here, which means nothing in French. En lugar de condenar esta aberración. Maybe it says, not condemning the aberration, but please don't quote me on that. I ain't trying to translate this. I'm just what the similar words, you know what I'm saying? La imagen es muy fuerte. The image is, and fuerte, I don't know, but some of you may know what it means. A viejo degenerado, degenerate or something like that. But anyway, let's continue here. Because some people are going to try and make excuses like, some sort of religious or traditional custom. The footage has sparked a flurry of reactions ranging from outrage to defending the monk. Some have called the Dalai Lama's action creepy, while his supporters insist that he was joking around with the boy. Twitter user Juice Brokers wrote, "So the Dalai Lama is kissing an Indian boy at a Buddhist event and even tries to touch his tongue and actually says, 'Suck my tongue.' Now, why would he do that?" Another Twitter user, Raphael Goldstone, tweeted, "Disgusting video emerges of Dalai Lama kissing little boy on the mouth and asking him to suck his tongue. It's insidious. False prophets are being exposed." A third Twitter user, Jas Oberoi, wrote on the social media platform, "What am I seeing? Is this Dalai Lama? He needs to be arrested for pedophilia. Disgusting." Some Twitter users also called out the behavior of the other people in the video, who were seen smiling and clapping as the boy was kissed by the Dalai Lama. As one,
yeah,
yeah, it's like it's nothing. As one netizen wrote, "But people are there smiling and clapping, no bemused by the act. An unusual greeting?" In trying to defend the Dalai Lama's action, some netizens said that the kiss may actually be a form of Tibetan greeting. In fact, sticking your tongue out is a way of greeting people in Tibet. It has been a traditional since, I'm sorry, it has been a tradition since the 9th century, the time of an unpopular king called Lang Dharma, who was known for his black tongue. Buddhists believe in reincarnation and they fear that the cruel king will be reincarnated. Consequently, sorry, Tibetans greet one another by sticking out their tongues to show that they don't have black tongues and are not incarnations of the wicked king. The traditional greeting is now a form of respect. Dalai Lama and minor controversies. The 87-year-old. Now I understand about sticking the tongue, but nowhere does he say, you go and suck somebody else's tongue. You know what I'm saying? But they try to give excuses. That's what they do.
Yeah.
You know?
And also, what does it got to do with the kid? He didn't do that to the older lady, to the older woman. He doesn't do that to
He
everybody.
said
So
with no
why
kiss,
was it that little boy? Yeah. He said, don't, he don't want to kiss. No kissing. I don't want to show you my tongue. Don't ask me. Please, please. Don't ask me.
But the boy, man, he was happy, man. The 87-year-old Dalai Lama hasn't been free of controversies. The spiritual leader who was recently in the news for naming a US-born Mongolian boy as the 10th Karka Jetsun Dampa Rinpoche, the third highest rank in Tibetan Buddhism, has been mired in roles in the past year. 2019, the Dalai Lama was in the midst of a sexism scandal when he was interviewed by the BBC and reiterated his comments on a female successor. When asked about his successor, he had said his future successor can be a woman but must be very attractive or she will be of not much use. It's like females,
What? Hey, but you know what? You know what? That's pretty interesting though. That's very interesting actually. That kind of response. She must be very attractive, or she would be of no use. But then, when you look at everybody else around them, I mean, how attractive are those guys to women? In general, like, I mean, are those the kind of guys women are going after? Are they known for that? Ah, it
I don't
seems
know.
to me like some thug loving there, like that thug undercover, what do you call it, download type of thing, like, yeah man, I only mess with the finest, the finest, the fine, but then you find out they really like into dudes, man, you
Yeah,
know that he have
man.
high taste, the
Yeah,
highest taste
yeah.
in women, so high you rarely see him with one.
Yeah, that's because he's looking for the finest. So, where was I? Yeah. So, um, he had said his future successor can be a woman, but must be very attractive or she will be of not much use. He also added that
You
if
see
she
that?
were, yeah,
Won't be of much use. I
not much
think
use.
that's pretty much what he's just getting at, period, in
Yeah,
general. Like,
yeah. You don't have
come
much
on.
use, unless you be pretty and smart. He also
Uh,
added that
uh,
if she were not attractive, people I think prefer not see her that face. He later apologized for his comments. Will you apologize for kissing that young boy and sticking his tongue out and telling the young boy to suck his tongue out? I mean, to suck his tongue. We will see. Time will tell. Some may say it's going to be AI, artificial intelligence, or some hologram or something. But I'm surprised that we barely have any Western media talking about this. We know that the West feels
exactly.
some type of way about China being cool with Russia. You know what I'm saying? But here I'm like, damn, like, I mean,
Oh,
if it's fake, I'm like, okay, it's fake. But I haven't
well,
heard anybody saying it's
you know
fake.
what? You know what? It could be real and fake at the same time. Portions of it could be fake. Like that's why I was saying. I mean, like I was saying, it doesn't matter. Sticking your tongue out to a little boy, that's creepy. Period. That's wrong. It shouldn't be allowed. Period. Not on. That's just. There's no excuse for it. And it's not even just to a little boy, to a person. Period. That's not how you greet people today. You don't use all those weird greetings. You can't use that in an office. You can't do that to women or men. It's just creepy, period, man. And so nobody needs to justify it, let alone to a child, because a child does not choose. A child is not choosing anything. So, if anything, you should be more conservative about your interactions with a child. That's what most healthy-minded adults understand. But then going back to the China thing. I was saying, let's look closer and look at his lips. Like, is he saying that? It doesn't matter. His actions show a lot, period. But is he saying it? Or have they translated the words? Have they put
Oh,
these stories together?
from what
Because,
I get,
I
that's
mean,
him speaking.
that's him speaking. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking at. But
I mean,
yeah,
I
I
can play
mean,
it again after. You know what I'm saying?
well,
Because from what actually, let me play it now. From what I recall, because he doesn't speak English that well, he said had suck my tongue. But let me just play it. Look at this. Okay, no, that one is with commentary. Well, yeah, let's listen to that one with the commentary.
Reports of VOA, the 14th Dalai Lama is now facing pedophilia allegation for his improper behavior that sparked controversy and criticized on the social media. In a recent public event, the Dalai Lama pinched an Indian boy's face and forced him to kiss his mouth and even suck his tongue. Such offensive behavior obviously made the boy and the audience feel uncomfortable. Some critics condemn Dalai Lama's misconduct as a kind of pedophilia and request him to apologize for this serious wrongdoings.
I'm gonna play the video where we don't have the voiceover. Hey, ça va? No, where is it? Is it that one? Yeah, that's the one.
I think. And suck my tongue.
It sounds like he said, "Had to suck
yeah, yeah. I
my."
saw it. I saw it.
Instead of
Yeah.
saying you have to suck my tongue, it sounds like he said you had to suck my tongue, something like that. Or maybe he said, "Go ahead and suck my tongue. Go ahead and suck my tongue." But I heard a
Just
D. I heard the letter D in whatever he said.
any of those, any
The
of
suck my
those
tongue is clear. The suck
sentences.
my tongue is clear. He says, "There's
Exactly.
no doubt about that."
And suck my tongue.
Oh my goodness, I was just joking. So, man, behind closed door, you can only imagine. Let me finish this article right here. So, where was I? So he apologized for his comment regarding, the lady has to be very pretty or very attractive. So with his office saying, His Holiness genuinely meant no offense. So apparently it's his office that apologized, not him. And and that he's deeply sorry that people have been hurt by what he said and offers a sincere apology. It sometimes happens that that off the cuff remarks, which might be amusing in one cultural context, lose their humor in translation when brought into another, the office added. In the same BBC interview, he also managed to anger human rights activists when he was asked about rising levels of African refugees and migrants entering Europe. The Buddhist monk said Europe should take them in and offer them education and training, but ultimately, the migrants should return to their own land, with only a limited number allowed to
Yo,
stay on the continent. And I didn't even know that, man. Wow.
Shaka.
Yes,
That
brother.
excuse, that excuse when they bring in cultural, that's a telltale sign. Like I was telling you before, when these cats were bringing that up about you not being able to understand them, that they're so quickly to say it's a cultural misunderstanding. But listen, people who have been accused of sexual harassment, and that they often use that excuse too when they're traveling. Cultural misunderstanding. In
Hmm.
our culture, this is how we do it, and it's like in this context is with the accusation of pedophilia. That's their response. Now, regardless of whether he is a pedophile or did it, I mean, or if that was his intent, it doesn't matter. The accusation is that he's a pedophile, and their response is very interesting. It's cultural misunderstanding. You see, so yeah, man, to me that's a telltale sign. I've seen it many times. I've seen that excuse used. So
Yeah, it's convenient. Here. Um, that's the 14th Dalai Lama. Sharing. Yes, it is. So spiritual name Jetsun, Jamfer, Ngawang, Lopsang, Yeshe, Tenzing, Gyatso, known as Tenzing Gyatso, born Lamo Tondap, born July 6, 1935. Now,
He's not the current, is he? He's not the new one. He's not the current
no,
Dalai
that's the
Lama, is
current
he?
one. That's
He's
him.
the
That's the
current
current
one.
one. Yeah. And there's so many
Okay.
memes about him online. A lot of time when he's like that. Now, known to the Tibetan people as no, lesser as Gyalwa Rinpoche. He is the current Dalai Lama, also the highest spiritual leader and head of the country of Tibet since 1940. Now here, okay, let me just read the next sentence. He is considered the living bodhisattva, bodhisattva, specifically an emanation of Avalokitesvara in Sanskrit and Chenrezig in Tibetan. He is also the leader and a monk of the Gelung school, the newest school of Tibetan Buddhism, formerly headed by the Gandhem Triba. Now, Buddhism, I will, okay, not the Tibetan one, I would like just the normal one. Hold on. Because the last time, hold on. Wait, hold on. I have troublemaker here. So, this is Wikipedia's entry about Buddhism, and you have a part about sexual abuse, and I read that not long ago.
What was that?
Sexual abuse within Buddhism, and I read that a while back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I get to that, how I got to that, but as people know, I've been dealing with rapists and child molesters, and the HOK who's cool with them, inviting them, expecting them to abuse. Everybody have the link for all purposes. As a matter of fact, I could have shared the link about the actual part itself, or they don't have a link. But anyway, here. All right. So Buddhism has not been immune from sexual abuse and misconduct scandals, with victims coming forward in various Buddhist schools such as Zen and Tibetan, Dalai Lama. There are huge cover-ups in the Catholic Church, but what has happened within Tibetan Buddhism is totally along the same lines, say Mary Finnegan, an author and journalist who has been chronicling such alleged abuse since the mid-80s. One notably covered case in media in various Western countries was that of Sogyal Rinpoche, you said the same title, which began in 1994 and ended with his retirement from his position as Rigpa's spiritual director in 2017. So that's the guy right there, and he was a Tibetan Dzogchen Lama. He was also recognized as the incarnation of a Tibetan master and blah, 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 blah. So where's the abuse allegations? In 1994, is it chain well here? Yeah. A $10 million civil lawsuit was filed against Sogyal Rinpoche. It was alleged that he had used his position as a spiritual leader to induce one of his female students to have sexual relations with him. The complaint included accusations of infliction of emotional distress, breach of fiduciary duty, as well as an assault and battery. The lawsuit was settled out of court. In 2011, related allegations were introduced by journalist Mary Finnegan, who was also the main author of the original article in 1995. In 2014, Marian Dapsense reported on her 7-year investigation of Sogyal Rinpoche, the experiences of one of her respondents, Mimi, a long-term female attendant of Sogyal Rinpoche, were also published in 2016 in L'Obs, that's a French newspaper, Le Nouvel Observateur. formerly L'Observateur, detailing the sexual and psychological abuse she and her fellow attendants endured. So, in 2015, the long-term director of RICPA France, Olivier Rorich, left the organization in protest against the dictatorial atmosphere. Another victim of Sogyal Rinpoche spoke out in the Dutch current affairs program Brandpunt on 13 June on 13th of June 2017. So I don't know if he was into boys, but he later on retired. You know what I'm saying?
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you could assume that you know pedophiles, people that abuse power, they into boys and girls. It doesn't even matter if it's pedophilia. People that abuse power will abuse anybody. Essentially, they might have a preference, but at the end of the day, if they can't get their preference, then they're going to take the next best option. You know.
Yeah, I think it was available. Rashad Hamid wrote it was Buddha Day on the 4th of I'm sorry, the 8th of April. Now April 8th. Now here, this is a website of the Dalai Lama. It's dalailama.com, and it says His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama of Tibet. Here is His Holiness. Tibetan students from Mosuri performing for His Holiness the Dalai Lama as he arrives to attend a long life prayer at the main Tibetan temple in Dharamsala, HP, India on April 5, 2023. Man, you can only imagine what goes on behind
I
closed
mean,
doors.
what age do you become an initiate?
I don't know, man. I really don't know. I mean, I guess it'd be written, but I'm, I'm, I'm kind of like, I was looking at the stuff like, man, is this for real? I
It's
mean,
just like the other religion, right?
I really thought children would be safe with that dude, man. You know, when people are past a certain age, you think like, they don't have urges like that. You know what I'm saying? Sexual urges like that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man. No, 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 no. You know, men, but also women, it's just the libido, man. I mean, people going to have it. They're going to have it until it don't work, period, until it falls off. You know, that's what you got to assume. And if you're healthy, you're going to have it, man. You know, and, I just think people got to get to the point where they, like you said, you thought kids were safe or people would be safe. I didn't think so. I think anybody who doesn't have a wife or a husband or doesn't have a partner um, and is in a situation like that is suspect. You know, that's what I think. And the reason why I say that is because human beings are wired to procreate. And part of that procreation process is to have this desire to, to hump things, man. You know, so it's built into your genes.
Either
It's
Brentford,
built in. It's
Brentford,
built into your genes, man. It's built.
yeah,
That's why you see a dog try to hump your leg. You know, because it's built into the dog's. The dog may not know what he's doing, or he may know what he's doing, but you have to assume it's built into your genes because it's there. So the species is guaranteed to produce even without a thinking of it.
you know, it's just weird, man. I'm like, you see, Beetle Bamford wrote the title is hilarious, and I think from now on, I came up with this, this wordplay, easy HOK. Now, on the normal circumstances, we say, is he okay? Is she okay? And now, whenever it's dealing with child molestation, pedophilia, or rape, I'm gonna use the term, is he or she HOK? You know what I'm saying? And HOK, we all know that's a House of Consciousness. This is the only known YouTube channel that consciously invites convicted rapists, convicted child molesters, and act like he's all good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I even heard he apologized to Ben Bada after he did the press conference and had so many people speaking on the molestation. He still has a video on because, but man, it's like, it's weird, man. And I can see him, probably today making a video saying, man, Frenchie even hates on the Dalai Lama. You know what I'm saying? But this is crazy, man. I mean, dang, I don't know, man. Epstein, Weinstein, you know what I'm saying? HOK, it's all around, man. It's
I mean,
all
if you
around.
think about if you think about its building blocks, the the thing where it's like you got a dynamic with hold on, you got a dynamic where power is involved, right? And then you have this sexual desire, which is deep. It's programmed into people, right? When you think about those two attributes, I mean, those are two very popular attributes on Earth. Those are things that matter a whole lot on Earth, and so one would have to suspect that it's prevalent. The behavior is prevalent. Those two dynamics are very prevalent. The desire to obtain power, have power, and the idea that every person knows when I have power, I have more ability to do what I want. And then there's the genes, the sexual desire that is built into creatures, man. Period. So you put those together, rationally speaking, you got to know that it must be prevalent. It must be prevalent.
It's real, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm like, you know, and it's really weird that this Western media don't talk about it, man. If the dude was Muslim, you know what I'm saying, they would be talking about it, man.
Hey, look,
You know?
how
Yeah.
you gonna be hold on, sorry, man, because I'm on the train. How you gonna be a Hebrew Israelite and you don't think that behavior is prevalent? It's written about in the Bible. This kind of deviancy is written about. You know, so it, they might say it matters how you interpret the Bible. Yeah, yeah, of course. It does matter how you interpret it, but you should interpret it widely when it comes to that thing. The power, any time period where you got things like slavery going on, or even these comments about owning someone. If you could outright own a human being, then you know what you could do to a little kid. Kids didn't have rights back then. Period. You see what I mean? You don't hear what I mean. So, and then we live in a society where we have laws where we throw people in jail. Even before that, you have some people that would just flat out kill you. That used to be the old law. So hold on, I'm echoing. But
You okay?
so you have to assume that every normal thinking person knows that this is a behavior in your society you watch out for. You don't have to be in a group to watch out for it. You watch out for it or in your neighborhood. You know, this is how big it is. I mean, I would never understand somebody coming from an urban city or anywhere in the world, even the countryside, that wouldn't know that pedophilia is a serious problem in society because it is that prevalent. It's just prevalent, man. It's a it's a it has the things, it has it has all the water and soil it needs to blossom, So
And you remember we covered the dancing boys of Afghanistan, underage boy dancing for grown men, and then they argue about who's gonna get him home. You know what I'm saying? And I share the link. I mean, damn, if people don't know, you just go on YouTube and type in the dancing boys of Afghanistan. Over there, it's a documentary about this, man. You see a Taliban saying, have sex with those boys if they want it. He's being kind. He said,
yeah,
if they want to, yeah. If they don't want to, no.
and then you
I'm
got this thing about oh, sorry, go ahead, bro. Sorry,
no, no,
sorry.
no. It's okay. Go ahead, brother.
No, I mean, but it's just insidious when you mix it up with this idea of purity, religious purity and this Puritan talk. It kind of exposes religion. Unfortunately, it exposes major religions, um, because you find out that they have all these rules to keep you pure and all of this stuff. But then the people that are practicing it the most, the leaders, their their idea of purity becomes twisted into like, I need a pure body virgin. I need a pure body, child. That's what it comes down to. The children are considered pure. They're considered pure, man. It's sick, man. It's scary.
Yeah, I don't know where that comes from, man, but man, it's something crazy, man. I wonder if this Christian apologist 5% is gonna say now. They said, look at these last 10 videos, include this one in the last 10 now. You're gonna say it's not information. They might say, oh, it's not information, it's personal. This is public, man. That's his private life. I don't get into his private life.
Hey,
And all the
Shaka,
excuses. Yes, brother.
you should do a documentary on this, man, where you
Man,
examine all the different religions,
you
the
know,
the
I,
corner city, the inner city religions, and the bigger ones, Christian,
I,
Catholicism, all wrapped into one, man.
I would if I got the support, but I don't get support, so I can, invest all this time. I have studies to do. I have work to do. I work full time, do the 9 to 5. These other guys, they make a living, what I'm saying, inviting people who celebrate the death of Africans, inviting people who teach that black people are marked and disfigured and the essence of ugliness. You know what I'm saying? They make a living inviting people and respecting people who call Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King, a bitch, saying that he wasn't shit and that the Bible says he deserves death. You know what I'm saying? But those are the boldest people. You know what I'm saying? Other people, they feel the same way. They have these anti-black, anti-African sentiments. And the sad thing is that you have some people who are continental Africans and they still go over there, they get disrespected. But the world doesn't revolve over this, pedophile friendly and rapist friendly channel. But when it comes to black information or black news, that's when many people are bamboozled. You know what I'm saying? But it's changing. The narrative is changing. You know what I'm saying? And there's a trial coming up, because those guys they spent more time going against me, disrespecting me with xenophobic attacks,
You
rather
know what
than
that is,
dealing with
Shaka?
it,
You,
these issues. But what is it, brother?
you know what that is? Look, in activism, that's a typical thing. When you come out and you speak about something that is so prevalent, that exists, that is a real problem, the people that know it's a problem most, they become so scared because, see, that problem is so close to home, brother. You're striking a issue that is so close to home for a lot of these guys. That is why they're outraged, and it's the same thing when you deal with a lot of black people that get offended when you start talking about racism against black people. A lot of black people that have not
Systemic
all of
racism,
them, of course, but have white
chief X,
friends or white
chief X.
family members. They try to defend it, yeah, or have white bosses or why, just things like this. It's not all of them, but some of them react strongly, so strongly against it because it is true and it's striking a nerve that they have to defend it, but they defend it before they even think about what you're saying. See, that's the problem, and that's where it's really deep. Like that's when you really know it's deep, man. It's crazy. There's black people that will come out here and kill you if you're black and you talk about racism. Um, and it's the same thing with this pedophile stuff, yo. You come out here and talk about look at Ron Savage. Look at Ron Savage. You see what he's doing? Stockholm syndrome, bro. I mean, he's out there defending Bambaataa with a vengeance right now. Not looking good, by the way, looking real bad, looking real confused, looking real pathetic, but he is out there on the trail.
And
And there's a lot of other people. There's a lot of other people. All those dudes that's been in there, man. They so, they've been hit. I'll put it to you that way, to where they have to defend it. Their manhood has been challenged by the fact that they have been raped, right? That they're going to pretend they choose the second option. They're going to pretend like it doesn't exist. They're going to pretend like, oh man, why are you focusing on that? And then think about this. A lot of the men that are so adamantly against homosexuality, right? You got to ask yourself, why is that? Is it because a lot of these cats are gay deep down inside, like, or feel gay or feel insecure about their sexuality somehow? Because in my book, A heterosexual man is a heterosexual man. He won't have those thoughts, period. Just period, because he's not wired that way.
Hmm.
You see what I mean? So he could talk about it day and night. It ain't gonna make a difference because he's not wired that way. He is not. There's nothing you could do to get him to be attracted. But then another person might look macho, but they may not be in touch, with their own sexuality in the same way you might be, or I might be. To them talking about these things, they might feel like they have to come out even stronger against it, like, to hide the fact that they might they might be, having urges like that, man. It's sad, bro, but
It is sad. You know, um, maybe I think the Dalai Lama apparently did, because I don't know, man. They may say, look, it was some sort of hoax. Like I said earlier, AI, hologram. I doubt it really, but who knows? Maybe other videos were gonna pop up. Maybe he did that at other places, other venues where there were maybe less people. You know what I'm saying? But that's weird. That's crazy, man. That's just
I
crazy.
think it's quite possible. I think it's
Yeah.
possible, man. And I mean, just by virtue of I put it to you this way. I believe people sexually are wired. So we may not all be wired the same, but we are wired to reproduce. And even if our wiring is all screwed up, per se, just as an example, we're still going to have these kind of urges. Some people act out on them differently, but the urges are there. So you got to ask yourself, what is a grown ass man doing in a cult where he doesn't have a partner? Where his partner is not known. What is a grown ass man doing like that? Even a grown ass woman. Like, why would you do that? It only, to me, is a telltale sign, or it should point to, we got to find out how this dude is getting off, or this woman is getting off, because they're getting off somehow. Because why? Because you're wired that way. You're wired to. It's it's like having an electric socket in your house and thinking that electricity can't pop out of it just because nothing's plugged in it. And one day it could, a little might pop out, because that's what it's made for.
Brother. Now, man, it's early. I was like, man, should I wait? I was like, I'm gonna address it, man. I'm gonna play some clips so people understand what the HOK is all about. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, so only channel on YouTube that I know of that is comfortable, proud, and constantly inviting convicted rapists, convicted child molesters. So, oh my goodness, we learn every day, man. Thank you for being
It,
there, for
it,
being there, man. Yes, brother. Feel free.
if you're teaching that it's okay, then you're one step away from doing it. If you're teaching that it's okay to be with a child, uh, then you're one step away from doing it. If you're teaching that you can have multiple wives, then you're one step away from doing it. If your philosophy is all of these things, then you're one step away from doing it. And people need to start catching on to this stuff, and be concerned, because a lot of people are one step away from doing stuff. That's the whole point, and not preaching and teaching those philosophies. Yeah. It's 2023, man.
The year of discovery. 2023 is the year of discovery, man.
Uh-huh. Hotel,
Thank you,
brother.
brother. Yeah, hotel brother. Thank you for being here. Well, hey, nothing new under the sun, man.
I was in that position and I couldn't open my mouth. They tore my ass up so bad. I literally had tears in my eyes, bro. I didn't cry like, ooh, but my eyes was fucking watery.
Polite, if let's say Polite is innocent, he could be a partial victim. Maybe he broke up with the girl. Who knows, what happened in that instance. But the only true victim is that girl. So I think that's what we need.
And I think that's being a hypocrite, because you have a member of ISUPK who was locked up for child molestation, for rape, or whatever it is, and y'all still support him. Here it is, Polite have not been found guilty. and y'all wouldn't support him. See the double standard?
What
You have
double
a member
standard?
in ISUPK, which y'all support him financially. You put money on his books, but Polite have not been found guilty, and y'all
This how I know you taking a
that's
strong.
a double standard.
This
there,
how I
brother.
know you take a strong position of Polite's innocence, regardless of waiting till the verdict come, because you keep bringing up the same exact thing, even though I've explained the position dozens of times. How many times do I have to explain the same exact position? So in that instance, the brother took a lie detector.
Even if you explain
why
it, it still remains the same, though, Captain.
No,
You still support
what
a brother
remains the
found
same?
guilty.
But what remains the same though?
That he was found guilty.
Definitely was found guilty, but he also
Polite was not found guilty.
I'm not saying don't support him though.
Right.
Brother, you said if the brother come on my channel, you done.
Wait,
And you know you got me, man. You got me. I said, all right, brother.
That's right.
All right,
But what is that part? That part is talking about until the trial is over. I didn't say after the trial is over. If he's found innocent, don't deal with him. That's not what I said.
Right, okay.
So again, the two don't match. What you're trying to match up just don't match. So I ran down that whole brother's trial already. His how he was found guilty. I ran all of that down already. So that scenario is not the same.
Right. Okay. All right, brother.
See ya.
Were you accused of molesting your wife's niece, who is your niece through marriage?
I have no recollection of that. You would have to inform me of what you're talking about. I have no recollection of that.
Okay, I will be able to one day. So I have my third question. Captain Cesario, do you have a homie that's in prison right now for child molestation that you support financially?
Yes.
But I thought you were against child molestation and those that are molesters to children.
I am against child molestation and those that molest children.
So why are you supporting this person, but you speak ill against others that have a love for people that have been just accused of child molestation?
Okay, I'll answer your question very easily. When I was at both cases of both trials, the evidence that they had, they gave the brother a lie detector test, which he passed. They tested the sister for the young girl, rather, whether her hymen was broke because he was accused of molesting her. Her hymen was not broke. A hymen, for those that don't know, a hymen is something that they use to test to see if the woman's or the child's virginity has been broken or anything like that. There was information that she said that she gave, which she then retracted. So the first case that they did was thrown out. The second case, they did not want to answer to. The jury was hung on it, and the judge did not want to release them until they came up with an answer, and then they came up with a guilty verdict. So from observing the case, if he was guilty of the crime, I would in no way support the brother. But from the evidence of the case, from the testimonies of him as well as the individuals involved, he was not guilty, even though he was found guilty.
Wow, so he was not guilty even though he was found guilty, but you speak ill against someone else that is not guilty, but they say he was guilty. So I have a question. This brother that you support, does he have children?
Yes.
And if so, do you ever say to those children, you have a father that's a child molester?
No, I don't.
Well, why do you do that to others that have a love for Dr. Malachi B. York Ill and cause his children of him a quote-unquote so-called child molester, and you speak for supporting him?
Since I've been a part of this conscious community, sexual misconduct has been condemned and vilified almost unanimously. We saw the rise and fall of Dr. York. We had Hebrew Israelite, the brother by the name of Mighty Hebrew. He was convicted, I think, twice for sexual behavior against minors. He was widely condemned by the Hebrew Israelite community, but apparently forgiven by the Israelites, because I see him all over the place right now on everybody's channel. Another brother by the name of Nazi Yashavel, another Israelite, also involved in sexual misconduct with a minor. We have no idea where this brother is, but he's been sheltered somewhere by an Israelite group.
You know the brother Mighty Hebrew. If I'm not mistaken, Garfield said that he was there was some sexual misconduct.
Nah, we don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, okay, okay, but I'm just saying what was stated
right.
publicly. Garfield
Right,
said
right.
it publicly. You know what?
How about the mighty fucking Hebrew? This nigga went to jail for rape, dog.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga,
And that
don't
nigga
fuck
back
this.
in the community, like everything good. Hebrews quiet. What about Nazi Yashabel?
Hold on. Let me get this nigga.
Let's not forget the mighty Hebrew nigga, who you get constantly on your channel, who's on all the Hebrews channel. Don't forget the mighty Hebrew, the bald head nigga, been already incarcerated in prison for molesting a young child. He came home and they violated him again because the nigga was trying to fuck with another child.
We have those guys who've been convicted for sexual misconduct. Garfield Reed spoke about this. Yourself, you spoke about Nazi. And Garfield Reed said that Hebrew camps are sheltering Nazi. So, and you know, it's sensitive because I know he's your friend, but you know, Mighty Hebrew, several people have said that he was convicted for sexual misconduct, that he went to jail for that.
He
so
did.
how you gonna
He did.
Well, oh well, okay, well, you know, so you're confirming it, you know. So why
everybody know that. He went to jail for that. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that, you know what I'm saying? So obviously
But Hebrews cover up for Hebrews. That's what they do.
All right. So
and they go on everybody platform and none of them niggas say a damn thing. But if I talk to Polite on the phone, oh man, how the fuck? So I'm never talking to Polite. Nigga, get the hell out of my chat. I talk to who I want to talk to. Innocent, like you said, into proven guilty, man.
Yeah, he was not convicted yet. You know what I'm saying? So Garfield Reed didn't lie then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When he talked about and Garfield Reed said even twice he thinks. Some people said that the second time is because he did not sign.
Yeah, he got violated. He got violated the second time. Yes.
Yeah. So what does it mean he got violated?
Well, he had a violation. I don't know why, but they came back and locked him up again on a violation charge, something like that. But all them niggas been doing that shit for a long time. Hebrews been out there molesting people and all that shit for a long time, and it's always covered up by other Hebrew Israelites. The only way we'll find out about it if we looking and searching and we see it. Oh shit, this pops up, and we catch it, you know. And then they'll come out and say something about it because we got them.
You know, but after tonight, nothing will be the same. You understand me? JJ dropping them bars. You
Look at
understand?
this character.
Anyway, this is talking about Jabari Osada. He gets caught lying again. And Senator too slow to catch on.
What? Senator too slow to catch up?
I'm not here to defend anybody, so you can play any video that you want to play. But what I'm asking is, specifically when it comes to a lot of these videos, mainly dealing with the mighty Hebrew, if you hear Sarnetta saying something, which you've played already, and you heard him say, oh, like the nigga got violated again, What we know not to be true is that he did not get violated again. Y'all got his jacket. Y'all seen his record. He never got violated again for dealing with a child, which Sarnetta said. So that's clearly a lie on Sarnetta's behalf. That's Sarnetta embellishing and going at the nigga. That's number one.
I want your audience to hear that there's something called scientific literacy that will protect the Black women from the charlatans, okay, that get them. Y'all think y'all talked about it on the last broadcast. Y'all kind of talked about how women support these men. Well,
I'm
they
sorry,
only
the
support
same charlatans
men.
that you roll with, those charlatans, you coming on my platform
Oh,
to
Charlotte's
tell
not a charlatan.
women
Charlotte's not a
that they
charlatan.
can be protected from the same charlatans you roll with.
No, Shanetta is not a charlatan. He's a charlatan promoter. And everybody know I've told him that to his face.
I'm sorry.
Am I correct in that?
I got video. You don't believe me? I got video. Yeah, I do. What if I was to tell you that she wanted me to interview her polite? Huh?
Are you not looking,
Her
brother?
mother. What if I told you she wanted me to interview her?
I'm listening to it. You got that old
And I
video,
said,
correct?
No. Nah, I can't. I'm,
Yeah,
I'm not going to do
answer
it.
to you. I got the
can't.
answer to
Fuck
that.
How you know? Leave me alone. Go about your scamming ass fucking life, nigga.
That's the old joint, am I correct? Yeah. Yeah, son had to tell you he was lying. He said it. Said he lied.
He said he
Son had said
lied.
he said he lied. He was mad at him. They was having a beef over some money, and he lied.
Okay, Sister Sacred Infinite, feel free to speak, sister.
Peace and blessings to you, Shaka, and peace and blessings to everyone on the panel and everyone in the chat. I just wanted to give my take on things as far as the gossip in the conscious community. What I want to say, Shaka, is it seems as if, when you shed light onto people's dirty, devilish things that you do, it seems like nobody wants to deal with it. I feel like these things, people should be put in the hot seat. We should be dealing with it as a conscious community, correcting it and say that we don't approve of it instead of terming it gossip or, oh, that's old news. How can anything ever be old news when people are constantly being introduced to the conscious community? Everyone didn't arrive at the same time, and not only is it some of this stuff isn't old, some of this stuff is actually happening right now, and it is a conversation, even if it's tough, that needs to be had.
All right.
When I came out, Brother Shaka, and I tried to expose Polite, and I accused Polite of being Dr. York, I exposed him. Guess what happened, Shaka? I came out first. And damn near everybody on YouTube came down on me, banged on me, said I was just jealous. You can go and check the video. That nigga Sarnetta jealous of Polite. He just mad because Polite is in Hollywood. Polite driving the cars. I said, oh, okay. All right, motherfuckers. That's cool. I'm jealous. All right, whatever. And so now he's in a situation again. And they expect me to jump out the window for their bitch ass again, Shaka. Hell no. I'll wait until we see the charges.
I'm gonna tell you why, because I'm an Israelite and Tazariak Israelite. And I think his doctrine is off compared to what we teach it. We both had the same mission, but he's telling the Israelites it's okay to mix race, right? He's telling that they got a doctrine saying that if a child reached a flower, they could be 15 or 9 years old, you can have sex with them.
Okay,
This is what they
man,
teach.
you talk about running.
Listen,
okay, can I talk now? Can I talk now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So Sekou didn't say anything pseudo at all. And the people have stated that for years. Now, Sanetta, if you don't mind, you said that other people teach that you can have sex with a 9-year-old girl. Like, do you mind telling which other Hebrew Israelite organization teach that? Because you see, I'm not from New York, so to me it's news. And I'd like to know when I go to New York with my daughter, where I should avoid going. So if you don't mind, Sanetta, which other Hebrew Israelite organization teach that thing that GMS teach?
Well, there's a lot of Hebrew Israelite groups out there. that teach that. I'm not calling out no names or nothing like that. All I'm gonna tell you is that a lot of them teach that, brother. A lot of Hebrew Israelites teach that.
I appreciate that.
And as for my brother Unc, you know I love you, man, but I'm gonna still keep and tell the truth. To me, when we say things like go back to Africa and teach that, Unc, I'm simply saying, look at what we do. We over here in America and we talk about shit we don't know what's going on in Africa. So they can say the same goddamn thing about us. Yo, you can't tell us what's going on over here in Africa. Go back to goddamn America. How would we feel if we over there and we in Kemet and we trying to teach them about Kemet and they looking at us like, yo, what the fuck are you talking? What? Take that shit back over there, you know? But
they ain't wrong.
We gotta stop that, man. We just gotta stop it, man.
They not wrong,
This
son.
is crazy.
They're not wrong. They're not wrong. If I say take your ass back to New York with that crazy shit you saying, bro, I ain't wrong. Oh, now you got to do it. I can't cuss. Okay.
Can I ask you a question, Sanada?
Yeah.
You said he's a pedophile. You were talking about Nazi, were you?
Yes.
Can you just tell us what it is about? And you see, I'm not going to say, oh, you talk about people. You know, that's what everybody does.
No. This is different. Yassavel, because the Hebrews would say anything about polite real quick, but they own man, Nasi Yassavel, ended up being a goddamn pedophile, having sex with one of his wife's daughters, man. And he got ran out of town.
How old was she, the girl?
I don't know.
Was she underage?
Reggie, do you remember that?
She was underage, and but look,
and guess what? Hebrews tried to cover that shit up, but it was coming out so quick and hard.
Bro, listen, I don't even know who's over there watching that shit. But actually, you know what? That's a lie. I do. What's happening right now is there's a line in the sand, and the pedophiles and the pro-pedophiles. Remember when I said this is revealing who's pedophile and who's pro-pedophile? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these people have shit that they've been doing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people have shit that they've been doing, shit that they interested in. A lot of these niggas go on to vacations in Dominican Republic and Brazil and all these other places and be doing a lot of shit that if they was here in the States, them niggas would get killed for. You know what I'm saying? But these niggas going on vacation doing other goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? And niggas coming around thinking that because they got a little few dollars that they could get away with doing certain shit, that makes them somebody. It don't. See, I still come from a world where money don't determine who you are. It don't. Because you got a little control of a platform and niggas looking at you and you can put niggas in position like, bro, that shit don't mean nothing if you a slime ball. Period. So you over there having sex with little girls. Remember, I was saying that we needed to boycott Sarnetta Page until he took polite videos down. At this point, I'm saying that we need to just boycott that page. Everybody needs to unsubscribe. The nigga's a pedophile. What are you doing now? And if he's not, let him break it down. Let him explain his relationship with Nikki, because he cannot deny his relationship with Nikki. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? That is a real thing that happened. That would be the same as Polite trying to deny Aminette. Polite can't deny he with Aminette no more than Sarnetta could deny that he was with Nikki for years. So let him explain that. Let him explain what he's doing with Nikki. He's 33, she's 15. And let me show you something. So you really know that this is a problem. He stayed in a relationship with her. He went to prison for a year and stayed in a relationship with her while he was in prison. And when he came home, he came right back to her. So that means that he thinks that that's okay. You see what I'm saying? Like, say for instance, we want to say the girl had a really big body and she looked grown and he was out somewhere drunk and they hooked up for a one night stand and he didn't know. Okay, that's a situation. That could be argued back and forth. I'm not saying yay, nay, or whatever. But you were with this girl since she's in junior high school, my nigga. To the time she's in high school? Guess who's going to jail tonight? What? Bro, stop doing videos on everything else and talk about you and Nikki over there, bro. Talk about you and Nikki. And be careful because niggas in Harlem is now paying attention. So it's niggas that know about other things that's hitting me, sending me text messages and all that. And I'm ignoring a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what I would like you to do is go out on a high note. This is a real message from me to you, Saab. You watching this video. Go out on a high note with some dignity, bro. Don't keep dragging this thing out where you keep losing dignity in front of us, bro. It's hurting me. I don't know. A lot of these people that's watching, they don't really give a fuck about none of the people involved. It's hurting me to keep finding out more of these things that's making who you are in my mind diminish less and less and less into below nothingness. And it's a lot of people in the community that feel the same way, bro. And if you would have just stopped this shit, if you would have just stopped this polite shit so long ago, man, you could have saved this community so much fucking heartache, bro. And you still going, my nigga. You still pointing out other niggas instead of dealing with your man polite. Now, let's look how fucking goofy this nigga Saw look. All this research work, right? He doesn't realize that he's demonstrating to the entire community that he's capable of fully pulling up all the information on Brother Polite. But you're not doing anything but pulling up information on other people. Okay, so now we pass Brother Polite, bro. Now we're on Brother Sinetta.
There's nothing special about you because you following some spook ass God, some God who we know is narcissistic, who's demonic, who's a goddamn liar, who's bipolar. The God of the Bible is a bipolar motherfucker.